Hello, this is David with entry number 498. So two away from the big 500. I pulled the mic up next to my mouth so you might hear better. I just went and bought a small bushel of apples for a very inexpensive price. Well, at least I felt it was an inexpensive price. Currently walking up this hill backwards. Now I'm not. So I had a really good day today. I went over to Shinsadong, which is kind of like the fashion rich young kid area. It's pretty famous in Korea for being like a very, very fashion forward center, epicenter, I suppose. And it never lets down in terms of the amount of kind of beauty and style and all that kind of stuff. To be honest, it's not like super outrageous, at least in the winter, because there's a certain amount of pragmatism that must occur when it is winter. But to a large extent, it still is not eccentric and not esoteric, but definitely nice. It's much nicer than everywhere else. Whereas where I am now in Hongdae, you can kind of get away with being not schlubby, but I don't know, less put together. It's kind of the norm. A lot of people wearing like smocks and aprons and all that kind of stuff in order to kind of protect their clothing from a lot of the art stuff they do. But to a large extent, the style is kind of subdued. Whereas in this area where I was Shinsa, it's very much more stylized and couture. Maybe not couture, but very much like people wear expensive brands. You can buy expensive brands. There's like a Brooks Brothers store. Like it's a very rich area, and you can kind of feel the money. If you've ever been to like Carmel or Fifth Avenue in Manhattan, you kind of know what I'm talking about in terms of the amount of atmosphere you get when you're playing in an environment where like tens and tens of thousands of dollars are spent. But what was interesting is that in the Shinsadong area, there's a lot of these fashion photographers, and I I was like looking at them, kind of like staying away, and then all of a sudden, one started like, I was like walking away from one, and he followed me, and he's like, "Oh, can I take your picture?" And so it ended up that within like a 5-minute period, there were like 3 of these guys that were like following me around and asking me to take my picture, which was, I guess, very flattering in a way. I wasn't wearing like I was wearing what I'm wearing now, so like this big sweater and these pants and my normal boots that I always wear. And apparently they thought it was a good outfit, but whatever. I just wanted to be relaxed. I'm not even wearing a tie today, but it was interesting and pretty funny, to be honest. They're pretty aggressive the way they go after you. Like they just go for you, and whether or not you stop, I don't know if they'd even stop if you stopped, but it was pretty funny. They do, in the when you see them online, a lot of them look like a very organic pictures, but they asked for a lot of posing, which I was a little uncomfortable with, but it was still funny nonetheless to get asked and flattering, and overall it was pretty cool. But yeah, they really liked my sweater. Like people who know like clothing and stuff, I think, can understand the heritage of the sweater, which I've talked about before, so I won't go into it now. But it isn't a funny thing, I guess. But overall, very good day. I'm now here in Hongdae. I'm just gonna walk around a bit, and then I'm gonna go back and settle my apples. So thanks for watching, and I'll talk with you tomorrow. Bye.